Hello everybody and welcome to Vlogmas day 8. Yeah, we're on day 8. Okay, so if you saw the video I shot yesterday where I shot a video of me describing how to make chicken stock in your crock pot using leftover rotisserie chicken bones and things like that, but forgot that I had set the camera for the sewing video that I tried to shoot that didn't turn out on like that super, fast forward kind of speed. So the entire chicken stock video is 46 seconds. And yeah, I could have deleted it and did a whole new one, but honestly, that's not what I'm about. This channel for me is not about monetizing it. It's not about saving the world. I'm not here to be an authority on anything. This is almost, I don't have a lot of viewers and I don't even care. This is kind of for me, but it's also is for other people. You know, if you haven't seen my Who's a Cheap Hussy video, watch it. But I'll go into a little more detail. I'm 56 years old. I have been poor basically my entire life. But yet, in spite of that, I've lived a pretty good life. I love to cook. I worked as a chef. I was a professional chef for a while, so I love doing cooking videos. I also like the finer things in life. So I like to do videos where I show you like the fabulous things you can find at a thrift store. I like to talk about ways you can save money so that you can spend them on things you really want to spend them on, like vintage clothing. I love vintage clothing because I have a deep, abiding respect for the women of the 1940s and, kind of the pre-feminist movement and all that they did during World War II. This stuff is all like really significant to me, which is why my videos are about these things. So basically, if you're interested in my channel, you're coming here to see some fairly good thrift hauls, which I just started doing, and also for a while the thrift stores weren't open, so they're open again. The little bit of knowledge I have about vintage furnishings and retro furnishings and vintage clothing and retro clothing and things like that, and then cooking, which I do know a fair amount about, and and then how to save money, because honestly, I kind of have a PhD in that. I have like a PhD in poverty, because I've never been rich. I've never made more than $40,000 a year. One year I was working as a private chef and I would have made 70, and I ended up not working the entire year because I really didn't like the people I worked for. So that year I still only made $35,000 a year. So, and I worked in corporate and everything, and I've still never made more than $40,000 a year. And yet I've owned homes and I think I have a pretty good life. So yeah, so that's why I'm here. But again, I'm not here to monetize. Like, I will probably never make money off this channel, and I don't care. I do what I do because I like to talk about these things. And I think, having been poor, I learned the things that were quality that I could pick up in a thrift store. I learned how to sew so that I could make clothes that were slightly better than the clothes I could actually afford. I learned to cook because, well, I needed a job. That's why I learned to cook. But the other part of learning to cook is I can eat better because I can cook from scratch. And I can save money by not dining out. So all of these things are kind of what my channel encompasses. So let's get right to it. Speaking of finer quality things, we're going to start with our very first item from the thrift store today. I went this morning. This is Atlas ware. I'm going to put it up there so you can see this beautiful gold leaf design. This is from 20s, 30s, 40s, probably well into the 50s. Atlas ware, I'm looking to see if this has any other marking on it. No, it just says Atlas China. Okay, so this was $249. Okay. Atlas China was the kind of china that you would find like in a nice hotel or a nice restaurant. It was not diner stuff. Diner stuff would have been Buffalo, was one of the big companies that made, it's funny now, the Buffalo china, which was really cheap back then because it was made for diners, is the stuff that's really hot on Etsy that everybody wants. It's kind of that traditional coffee mug that you always see. That's all Buffalo china. But this is Atlas ware. And Atlas china was all this beautiful stuff, but really well made. So this is a solid porcelain piece that I got for $250, and quite honestly, I couldn't buy anything this quality in a store now. And in spite of the fact it doesn't match my other stuff, I don't care. It's so pretty. What a beautiful serving dish. I could use it just to decorate. I could use it, you know, to serve food in, right? Whatever I want to do. All right, so another of the finest things in life. I decided I needed something, you know, flashy to drink my eggnog out of this year. So I got a set of these absolutely beautiful 4 vintage bar glasses. I know it's hard to see that pattern because of the glare. Let me see. And moving it just makes it worse. But it's this beautiful gold leaf pattern. 4 of them, not a chip in any of them. And they were, oh yeah, $3.49. There you go. So I have the other ones in the kitchen because I'm going to wash them, hand wash them in a little bit. When you buy stuff like this, do not send it through your dishwasher. The dishwasher will take all this off. In fact, this is amazing that these are in such beautiful condition. There's no mark on them, but they're definitely vintage. And the reason I know that they're vintage is you can feel the quality of them, of how thick they are. I can even feel the little kick where the machine joined the glass together. So, all right. So more in that vein. I'm not a big milk glass person. I do have one piece because it just literally was the exact same one that my grandmother had in her kitchen, and it's like a bubbly milk glass thing, and it's for fruit. But I found this today, and I was a little shocked by its shape because milk glass is not usually quite this modern. The next big piece of furniture that I'm looking for to purchase, because I just bought a mid-century modern bookcase for $40 on, well, Facebook, not Craigslist, and it's the cherry wood, so it's that beautiful, like, deep red color that it gets over age. It's absolutely gorgeous, and the woman delivered it to my house for $40, so I was like, yeah, score. But I want the coffee table that matches that. I immediately saw this, and even though I don't have the furniture yet, I was like, yeah, I'm getting that because that's going to go on my coffee table when I find it. And I will. It's just when you like a certain kind of furniture, like mid-century modern, or like I have a Art Deco bedroom set, you have to kind of wait and see. Like there'll be a whole bunch of them and then there'll be none for months. And you kind of just, you got to bide your time. Okay, so the other thing, don't judge, more fabric. Even though I went fabric shopping over the weekend. I got this absolutely beautiful fabric, and this is a Waverly fabric. This is absolutely, it's 100% cotton. This is absolutely a fabric that was used for curtains. I'm not going to use it for curtains. I think I have close to 3.5 yards here, and I got it 3.5 yards for $5.49. I'm going to use these 3.5 yards, and I'll put it up again so you can see how pretty it is, for probably some type of like a summer house dress, house coat, like a sundress, something like that, because this is 100% cotton. It's a really nice open weave, almost like a linen, so it's going to be really nice in the summer. And then the last thing I got, which this was kind of an impulse buy, but I thought it was really cute. It was this set, and this is probably also vintage. It was only $1.50, and this is the linen that you use for doing needlepoint. Now, needlepoint is something I actually used to do. I don't really do it so much now. And I really did cross stitch, and I did crewel, and I did some French knotting work. And the reason I don't do it anymore is because after I had the bone cancer and after I had chemo, I really started to get a lot of pain in my small bones in my hands and my feet. So I don't do it as often, but it was kind of an impulse buy. And for $1.50, I grabbed it because I might, tackle it in the future. So guys, that was my thrift store finds for today. I'm very happy with them. I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. And until then, like, subscribe, comment. I love comments. And please enjoy the 40-second video on how to make chicken stock. I do put all of the kind of instructions that were missed because I was, you can't hear me talking. And I added music to it, so it's just like even creepier and worse than it was. But check it out, and all of the recipe is in the blurb. So if you want to make that chicken stock. And I will see you tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 8. Ooh, yeah.